So you've tried redirection, you've posted in the support group, you downloaded the handout that says just stay calm, and it all didn't work. And if you've ever felt like you were doing everything right and still getting nowhere with yelling, pacing, with a refusal to bathe or take their meds, I want you to hear this clearly. The problem is not you, and it's not your loved one. It's just that most behavior strategies are dropped in your lap without the structure they need to actually work. Hey there, I'm Laura Wilkerson, nurse practitioner and founder of Dementia Caregivers Academy. After supporting thousands of families through house calls, hospital visits, assisted living choices, and hospice, I've seen one thing over and over again, and it's that caregivers are given advice in these little bitty fragments. But what they need is a system, and a system that works for them. And today, I want to walk you through why most behavior tips fall flat, and more importantly, what you need to be trying instead. And this is applicable to you whether your loved one is aggressive, stuck in a loop of repeating themselves, or just not acting like themselves anymore. And I want to use pacing as an example. Most advice says, redirect them, offer snacks, turn on some music, take a walk with them. And that might help you once, but unless you understand the context of what's happening before it started, or like what time of day is it starting, or what is your environment like, then that strategy isn't going to hold up for you because it's like throwing a band aid over a wound, and that wound actually needed some stitches instead. And the truth is, you really don't need more random tips. You need a framework that's going to help you know what to expect and then how to respond to that. Most caregivers that I meet, they're not just trying to manage a behavior. They're juggling medications, medical appointments, sleep problems, wandering, and emotional stress, all while navigating a system that is barely supporting them. And it's like when one piece of that is off, either a new medication is started, maybe your person missed their nap for the day, or you had unexpected guests and that environment that you're in is like super noisy, then redirection just isn't going to cut it on that day. And that's why most strategies fail, because they're offered in isolation, only seeing a little bit of the picture without connecting to that full, bigger picture of everything that's happening. And what actually works is when strategies are part of a coordinated and customized system that's built for you, one that matches you and your loved one's rhythm, their history, and what their current needs and what their past needs are. But I want to tell you what we're doing inside of the Dementia Caregivers Academy membership and what I teach in my care planning work. First, we look for patterns, not just behaviors. Then we're tracking what actually helps, what actually works, even if those are just little small wins. And then from there, we build a plan that actually works and makes sense for you and your person. And this isn't about doing more, it's about doing what works and then doing it with confidence because no one should have to guess their way through caregiving. And this is exactly why I created the Dementia Caregivers Academy membership. It's not just to give more information, but it's to give you that path forward so that you don't get stuck wondering, what do I do now? What do I do next? And if this sounds like something you've been missing, I want you to click the link in the description below and join us before the doors close at the end of this week. And if this is your first time here and we're just meeting, then go download the Caregiver Gap Report. And then that way you can start seeing where those gaps exist and then come meet us in the Academy. It's a small step, but it's where your clarity starts to begin. I've worked with enough caregivers to know how heavy this feels when nothing seems to be working. And just so you remember, you're not failing. You've just been missing the guide and that map to help get you through those toughest times. So let's start making this feel less impossible and a little bit more personalized. All right, everyone, I'll be caring for you while you're caring for them. I'll see you next week.